Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Big up to everyone that's locked in over on Chelsea Fan TV, and welcome to your daily transfer update, guys. And Sunday, not normally a lot of news, but there's a fair bit to get through today, which is always a good thing. Obviously, you had Thiago Silva at the British Grand Prix today, saying that he's spoken to Paulo Dybala, but can't reveal what his answer was. So maybe there's, could be some sort of link there. Is Silva trying to help get a deal for Dybala to Chelsea done? We've also got the kit launching tomorrow. There's been another leaked video with a much more detailed look of it. We've got the latest on Romelu Lukaku as well. Chelsea would accept a deal in around £35 million, which is great. The interest in Dusan Vlahovic as well, with with the sort of the feeling that 70 to 75 million euros might be possible to get the deal done, and that it's one to watch. We've also got Matheus Franca, latest on him as well. Player who's really excited about the possibility of joining Chelsea. So let's wait and see how that one develops. We've got the latest on the Moises Caicedo deal as well, and potential interest in Rayan Cherki as well, though I don't know how reliable the source is. There's no concrete links from any of the big sources. But yeah, lots to get into as always, guys. Make sure you smash the likes on both streams. Make sure you subscribe to both channels if you haven't done so already. And let's get this show on the road, people. Let's say hello to everyone in the chat. What we saying? Max, hope you're good. We'll get into the Vlahovic stuff. Daniel, hope you're well. I'll be excited. Fantastic. Good to have you here. Dybala should not be closing in on anything. Don't have to worry about Balogun. Balogun won't be coming to Chelsea. There's no interest there. No interest from any credible sources whatsoever. Vlahovic next week. I would say very unlikely that to happen. Mope, hope you're good. Shavindra, big up my guy. Migster, hope you're good. Joseph Held Talks, they absolutely haven't. Hit those likes, everyone. Yep, guys, you know what to do. On your way in, smash the like button. Very simple, guys. Very simple. Here we go. This will be a huge statement to everyone in the PL by signing Dybala. Well, let's need to get there first. Shavindra, big up my guy. Thanks for tuning in as always. Yep, hit the like button on the way in, people. You know what to do. British, big up. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but thank you for tuning in, my guy. And Kunkun, big up. If we sell Cucurella and Gallagher, that should be 70 million, right? But now, nowhere we get Vlahovic for only 25 million with Lukaku. No, we're not going to sell Cucurella either. So yeah, don't have a sponsor. No, not at the moment, but that's fine. That will be done before the season comes. Swap deals don't happen anymore. Not very, very rarely. Massive capitulation if we don't sign a top-tier DM to player. No, we absolutely will. We absolutely will. Guys, keep running the likes up. Over 100 of us locked in already across both channels. Carlito, I hope you're good, my guy. If Dybala comes to... yeah, I'd be excited for it. It makes sense. It's cheap. There's not really any downside to it, so other than his potential injury situation. But again, he'd really only be coming as a potential kind of rotational option anyway. So yeah, I think it makes sense on all fronts. JT's back working in the academy. Jay, hope you're good. Jacob, big up. Chelsea home kit tomorrow. Yeah, it will be with no sponsor. Blues Empire, hope you're good. Do you want to make your thumbnail for free? Do I want you to make it for free? Mate, if you want to make it for free, send me a few examples and we can see. What about Colwell? Guy bleeds blue. All good. Yeah, no, Levi Colwell. I don't have any doubts about his future at the club. So yeah, let's kind of wait and see what comes on that. He's obviously going to have a bit of time off after the 21s. He should be on the plane to the US. He'll have a conversation with Pochettino, and we'll go from there. And like everyone else, he'll have a chance to prove his worth in pre-season. And then obviously once he gets his chance in the team, which I'm pretty sure he will do, it's up to him to put in the performances to make sure that he stays there and gets the regular minutes that he's wanting. What about Vlahovic? There's interest there from Chelsea, but nothing more than that at this point in time. How true is it about Dybala coming to Chelsea? There's definite interest from Chelsea. He's on the list. Thiago Silva's spoken to him today at the British Grand Prix in the Formula One, but other than that, it hasn't really gone any further at this point in time. But things can change quickly in the market, so let's wait and see. We're not selling Cole. No, I don't believe we will. De Gea is free. Come on, Chelsea. We need a new. No, I disagree with this. Any update on Caicedo? No real update. The small update, we'll get into that later. I honestly feel Chelsea will surprise a lot of unbelievers this coming season. We will do very well. Worst case scenario, we'll finish third. Dippo, I'd love to have that same optimism, but I'm not as sure. Let's wait and see who we bring in. Yeah, would you take Llorente? Liverpool links with him. Llorente, what Llorente? There's quite a few of them. Interesting. Pochettino is going to speak to Dele Alli. No, I just think because he had him at Spurs and like obviously helped develop his career, and obviously Ali played his best football under Poch. Probably just going to have a little chat with him. Obviously, people have got 2-2 and running away with fucking 10 and thinking that Ali's going to come to Chelsea because of that. Nah, bro, you're good. I've only been going 5 minutes. Relax. The bar to Chelsea, very unlikely. Let's wait and see. We should not think about buying a striker until we see how Breo looks in pre-season. Again, with the centre-forward thing, I think it's one that is going to develop a little bit later on in the window. We certainly won't be signing a striker before we jet off to pre-season. I think it'll be one of those that maybe comes back end of this month or kind of start of August, maybe just before the season starts potentially. Yeah, poor day for Ferrari today, but good race. I enjoyed it. Hi, I feel Chelsea kit will be like it absolutely will be. That's what it's going to be based on. Don't know too much about that, Llorente, if I'm being totally honest. What do you think of Dybala to Chelsea? Yeah, I think it makes sense on all fronts. It would be a great deal, not very expensive to do. So yeah, why not? I'd be bang up for it. No downside in my opinion. Lukaku or Caicedo, cannot tell which saga is more annoying. The Caicedo one's not particularly annoying. It's just taking a little bit of time, as you would expect. The Lukaku one, far more annoying for sure. But I think he'd be a good squad player, something to prove in the Prem. No, I disagree. Will Mudryk and Madueke perform this season better than last season? I would hope so, and I would absolutely expect so. A little bit more experience in the league now. They're going to have a full preseason under Pochettino, and let's see how they get on. But yeah, I'd absolutely expect more from them than we saw in obviously their first 6 months at the club. I would expect more for sure. My friend thinks that we should buy Neymar. Well, absolutely not. That's not going to happen anyway, but we shouldn't do that. All right, bro. Yeah, please do. Our owners are very clever. We're in safe hands. Keep calm. Signings are coming. Look, signings are coming for sure. I think because we're so used to having stuff microanalyzed like to the nth degree at Chelsea with everything to do with incomings and transfers, that when there's not much noise, people start panicking and like nothing's going on. That's not the situation at all. You know, just because nothing's been made public doesn't mean that nothing's happening. We're hard at work behind the scenes. So yeah, this will be a big week for Caicedo. We kind of need to get it done. We've got 10 days basically to get this done. If we get on the plane for pre-season on the 17th of July and Caicedo's not done and there's no other incomings done, then we can start to worry and then we can say that we are falling behind. But until that point, I don't think we should be worrying and I don't think we can sort of start panicking about our situation. So, yeah, absolutely. You've got 10 days to sort this out. And in 10 days' time, if things aren't sorted out, then absolutely we can kind of start worrying and maybe begin to ask some questions. We need Milinkovic-Savic. Again, someone that's always gets linked with a move but never seems to move. There must be a reason for that. Any chance in Rayan Cherki coming to Chelsea? Yeah, maybe. Again, a player of interest, but I'm not sure how much a move is going to really materialise. Let's wait and see on that front. Cucurella, Martin or Hull, who do we keep or loan out for next season? I think Cucurella will stay. I think Martin will be sold and Hull probably gets loaned out, in my opinion. Every week we say Caicedo this week and it never happens. Yeah, Ethan, I know. That does seem to be the way at this point in time. I'm not really sure what else to say. You know, there's not really any update at this point in time. How is the starting lineup going to look for next season? Well, we're getting there. We need a few more pieces to it. Suppose we'll be lucky to finish top 6, in my opinion, possibly. We need Caicedo ASAP, absolutely. What's the situation about the goalie? No real updates. You know, we are obviously looking to bring one in. We need to replace Mendy. So yeah, let's kind of wait and see what happens on that front. But yeah, there's no real updates, no real links at this point in time. Or certainly solid links. I disagree with that. He's not absolute shit. If you watch the Vlahovic at Fiorentina, very, very good player. So yeah, you know, I wouldn't be against it. I absolutely isn't shit. He's just not had a very good season at Juventus. And I think, under a better manager than Allegri or someone that plays more or a style that suits his game more, he will do a lot better. So, yeah, I wouldn't be against the Vlahovic. So we're going to get into that anyway. If we don't sign Caicedo and we're finished, we can start worrying then. Spurs are not even horses, they're Kias at an F1 race. I don't want to see Cucurella in a Chelsea shirt since he missed the chance against Real Madrid. Well, I think we're going a bit over the top there. We should just get Lukaku for 35, considering the salary we pay to him, as long as we don't sell him. Yep. I feel Poch will play. Yeah, Poch will go 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. James, hope you're good. Hope we go all season with no sponsor on the front of the kits. So much better without them. Don't mind them on the sleeve. But like the Forest kit last season, yeah, they do generally look a lot better. Dybala news is, obviously, he's in the list, as we know. As a potential option. Thiago Silva has been speaking to him today at the British Grand Prix. I don't know what the outcome of those conversations were, but we're going to get into all this anyway. Caicedo, Dybala and Cherki be great window. I think the only striker we should sign is not mentioned. Can we get Lukaku very fast? Yeah, Lukaku will leave, guys. It will happen. Vlahovic is a good signing for Chelsea. Really excited for this upcoming season. Yeah, I am as well. I think that the Juve guy is good, but worries about the Premier League. No, I don't think so. I just need one player signed so I can relax a little bit. Yeah, no, why not De Gea? Because he's on the downward slope. He's on a downward spiral. That's why. Injury-prone Dybala, no thanks. Fair. Martin is really good. Need to keep him. He's just not going to play, in my opinion. He's just not going to play. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to accept I'm wrong. Mediocre targets of Chelsea since Bowley times. We do not go for top players anymore. Look, but what top players do you want us to be going for? We have to be realistic in our situations. Possibly, yeah. It's not far off, I don't think, if Chelsea want to go in that direction. Cherki better than Dybala? I'm not sure. Definitely got more potential, for sure. Don't give Vlahovic number 9 shirt next season if he comes. Needs DH gone. Right, people, let's get into the news then. Let's start with... What should we start with, guys? Let's start with... Right, we're going to start with the Dusan Vlahovic stuff then, considering we've been speaking about the situation. A little bit of news has come out on Dusan Vlahovic this evening. So, Ben Jacobs saying that Chelsea have had Dusan Vlahovic on their list of potential targets since January. Remains a strong possibility Vlahovic will leave Juventus this summer. No official bid placed yet from Chelsea, despite some reports. Industry feeling is 70 to 75 million euros might be possible to get the deal done. One to watch. Look, I don't know. I think I wouldn't be against this. I really wouldn't. Look, I think Vlahovic is a good player. He's young, good profile. I think he'd suit the Premier League well. Obviously, he was very close to joining Arsenal before he left Fiorentina for Juventus. So, look, I think Vlahovic could be decent. I think age-wise for Dusan Vlahovic, I think he's around 23, 24. I could be wrong there. Let me just have a quick check. Dusan Vlahovic is... 23 years old. So he fits the age range. He fits the kind of the age we're looking to buy in. He fits the mold. Look, I think this could be a decent signing, but again, I look, depending on what Pochettino wants, depending on the money. Look, he's got a physical presence. He's a good finisher. Look, I think he's a really good player. And look, his form at Juventus this season shouldn't cloud people's perceptions of him. Yeah, it's not been the best season for him, but there are circumstances to that. He's been in and out of the side. Allegri doesn't play the most pleasing football on the eye, doesn't really get the best out of Vlahovic. Now, look, in terms of a centre forward, I think the height works well. I think the link-up play is good. I think the finishing's good. And I think he could suit what we're looking to do, what Pochettino's looking to do, what Chelsea are looking to build next season under Poch and obviously in seasons to come. So, look, let's wait and see on this one. I mean, it would be a gamble because all signings are a gamble in some point, but he absolutely isn't as bad as some people in the chat are making out. Some people in the chat are making it out like he's a Sunday league striker. He's still got a lot of room to develop in his game. And ultimately, if Pochettino wants him, then that's that. But that fee is too much. I think 50 is good. 70 million euros would be about just over 60 million pounds, I think. I hope we don't end up with well, of course we won't. That's obviously not going to happen. When will the Lukaku saga be closed? I would say in the next week or so. We need Dybala and Caicedo. I'd wait for Tony in January. Again, I floated this theory out there before, but ultimately, even if you sign Tony in January, how long is it going to take him to get back up to speed? And realistically, he probably won't be fit until February, March time, and you get him for 2 months of the season. Look, that does represent a big gamble. It also represents a gamble spending big money on, say, a Dusan Vlahovic or a Lautaro Martinez. So it just kind of depends what what trailer thinking and what kind of thought process you're going with. We need to stop playing 100 million for every player. We're not paying 100 million for every player. Also a big guy. Yeah. What about Gabriel Vega? Again, I think he's a talented kid. Obviously it'd be an easy-ish deal to do. A 34 million pound release clause in his contract, so that wouldn't be exactly difficult to pay. It'll be down to whether he wants to come. So yeah, Chelsea are certainly interested, but I don't know how serious that interest is. 6'2" need the height. Dusan Vlahovic isn't bad. No, he's not. Juventus not been good. No, they haven't been good this season. Loads of muscle injuries. So crazy. We bought Lukaku in to loan him and sell him back. Yeah, it's an absolute disaster to Lukaku. Basically 100 million for a 1-year loan. Yeah, we don't need to talk about it. He sometimes makes poor choices in front of goal or in the final third, such as taking too many touches, shooting from difficult angles or position, or missing clear-cut chances. Would fit in perfectly at Chelsea then. Now, but he's still a young player, 23 years of age. Obviously, it is time to start pushing on at that age, but he's still a young player, still a lot of room to improve with his peak years ahead of him. So, he could certainly iron those things out and get better for sure. Vlahovic was great for Fiorentina, but 4 for Juventus, which is worrying. Prefer Lautaro Martinez at Inter Milan. Fair. Can't wait. Poch wants results immediately. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think his play style will fit the Premier League. No, I actually think it will. I think it will. And Nkunku linked with Vlahovic could be good next season. Absolutely. Where would Dybala play? I think he play as a 10, as a different option for Nkunku. I think he could play down one of the flanks as well. And if needs be, he could also play as a centre forward. So his best position is probably the 10 or maybe off the right-hand side. But yeah, he can certainly tick a lot of boxes and is a versatile player that can play across the front line. Kit news. It's being launched tomorrow. That's it. No more kit news other than that. Nick, big ups from Super Hot Vegas, 116 temp today. That's what Celsius, is it? I don't think we do Celsius in UK. What have we got here? We've got a full 21 degrees in the UK. Here. So there we go. Big temps. If Poch wants him, it's okay by the knee. I believe there's an idea. Yeah, and ultimately, this is the point I'm kind of trying to make. That ultimately, we're all going to have our opinions on players, but at the end of the day, we've got to put our trust in the manager. If Pochettino says that he wants Dusan Vlahovic and he can make Dusan Vlahovic work in his system and it's going to be really important for him, then we need to back the manager and do our best to bring in the players that he wants. And that means Dusan Vlahovic. That means Dusan Vlahovic, and I'll get behind every signing like I always do. Did we bid for Harry Kane or Vardiol? No, we didn't bid for Kane. Haven't bid for Tchouaméni. We did bid for Vardiol, I think, last summer or the summer before. That's what I mean by top players. We only say sort of players that are either washed or young guns. Again, Kane was never going to come to Chelsea. Tchouaméni, we missed our chance. And Vardiol was going to go to City. Havertz is going to flop at Arsenal. Yeah, maybe. Evening, John. Hope you're good. I'd love Mitrovic from Fulham for 3 seasons. Again, like Mitrovic is a name that always crops up in the chat, but it's one that I just can't see happening at all. We need target practice. Yeah, we need a lot of target practice in training, a lot of shooting practice, a lot of finishing. No, bro, I'm not, because I can't listen and do this at the same time. Breaking David on the verge of joining Union Berlin on loan. That'll be a good move for him potentially. Be a really good move for him. Yeah, that would actually suit him really well. We'll get into that in a sec. That would really suit him. Yeah, he has been spotted in the megastore before because his kids support Chelsea. So yeah. Any of the strikers out there? No one that stands right out. No, there's not. And this is what I've been saying. The striker market, it's not the best. It's not the best. It could certainly be a lot better, but ultimately this is kind of where we're at. And for me, with Chelsea and the strikers, it's going to be Vlahovic, Martinez, Kolo Muani, or no one. It's going to be one of those 3 or none of them. If we don't get Moises, who would your second choice be? By the way, big up this channel. Bowden, appreciate that. I don't know. I'm really not sure. That's the reality of the situation. It's tricky. There's not an awful lot of options out there. Maybe Romeo Lavia or something like that potentially. I don't know. It's a difficult one. Yeah, we're going to get into the Datra Fofana stuff. Dybala is injury prone and we need to upgrade our medical team after last season. We do. 100 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 37 Fair, so it's warm. What are your thoughts on Georgi Momadashvili? I don't know very much about him at all. He's obviously a decent goalkeeper. So yeah, I wouldn't say no to signing him at all. We need the perfect centre forward in the squad. That's it. Perfect centre forward. Not many of those about. If Poch wants him, for me, I want Kolo Muani. Yeah, for sure. I'd agree. Kolo Muani would be my choice. No, I don't think so. I think João Felix is way too expensive. In reality, way too much money for João Felix. It just is what it is. Tottenham are monitoring fullback Mark Cucurella. Yeah, I wouldn't believe football transfers. It's not very reliable at all. The new kit is based on, absolutely, it is. It is. Bringing Dusan and Vlahovic definitely a lot better than what we have already. Absolutely, but we shouldn't just be bringing someone in because he's a lot better than what we've got. That shouldn't be the only benchmark. We should be looking, can he fit in? Is he going to be an improvement and all that sort of thing? I feel like we will do what PSG done. One game Areola, one game it will be Nkunku. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to get into this Fofana stuff. Who would you prefer, Martinez or Vlahovic? Probably, it's tough. I like both of them. I'd probably just go Vlahovic. Don't know. Again, there's plenty of time for that. No, not really. Not that into tennis. Poch turned Kane into a beast, and if he feels he can do the same with Vlahovic as my full back in, absolutely. Yeah, exactly. They've got Champions League football next season, so it could be good for him. Tammy Abraham, he's the ACL injury. That's not going to happen. Would you take Tony if he comes back? Yeah, absolutely. I would take Tony. Tony was my first choice. How about a season's loan for Vlahovic just to see how it goes? Yeah, that would be good, but Juventus wouldn't agree to that. So I can't see that happening at all, to be perfectly honest. Jonathan, big up. Appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying your gym session. Appreciate you for tuning in. I just can say as a Serbian, he's better than Mitrovic, and that's all. His biggest mistake was signing for Juventus and playing defensive football under Allegri. He doesn't really get in the Serbian team to start, does he? Big up from Uganda. Tell me about the new goalkeeper sign. We haven't signed a new goalkeeper, unfortunately, bro. Edson Alvarez from Ajax would be good if he didn't get Caicedo. Again, we've been linked with Alvarez before, but that kind of went. Yeah, that's kind of disappeared now. I've said before, we need so much more goals from midfielders. We absolutely do. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing any watch-alongs for the US games because it's so late. I don't really fancy staying up to like 2 or 3 in the morning, to be perfectly honest. Should we keep Kepa as our first choice goalkeeper? Look, if we can't get a suitable goalkeeper that we want to be a number one, then absolutely stick with him for another season. Wait and see what the lie of the land is in a year's time in the goalkeeper market, and then go from there. You know, Kepa wasn't the reason that we were shit last year, so if we have to stick with him for one more season, then I'm okay with that. Vlahovic is expensive. We just signed the number 9, which is Jackson, and we have Broja on top of that as well, and Dybala possibly on his way, who can also play a 9 role. Yet potentially, if you can get Tony out the bookies, what about him? You know, I would take Tony. Yeah, I think Colwell has to come back anyway, so yeah, he will come back. Do you think we're going to get Romeo Lavia if we don't get Caicedo? I'd like to think we can get both of them, but let's wait and see. I'll be honest, I've got no idea. I would think maybe it'd be launched at like 9 o'clock or something, but I don't know. I think we should bring back Dennis Zakaria on loan again. That's not going to happen. He's going to go somewhere else, maybe West Ham. Amrabat or Lavia. Max, I'll tell you what. No sponsor on kit. Honestly, sponsorless kits. Like if you're into your kits like me and a lot of people, sponsorless kit is gonna sell really, really well. You don't buy the kit for the sponsor, you buy it for the badge and stuff. So yeah. Amrabat going to Man United. What did Thiago say to Dybala? We're going to get into that as well. Big up from India. Appreciate that. Massive love for subscribing to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel as well, Parminder. If you're not subscribed to my personal channel, make sure you do as well, bro. Sign 17-year-old. No, mate, this is what people don't understand. You know, we aren't signing these youngsters instead of first teamers. That's a totally separate budget. So we just need to relax on that front. Mitrovic is a good striker too. I've been a fan of him since his Newcastle days. We should finish mid-table again if we keep Kepa. No, that's absolutely untrue. Can we stop the hype on Colwell before he turns? Colwell's not going to be the next Maguire, that's for sure. Kepa is experienced, you know. He's experienced. He's 27 now. After signing Caicedo, we should focus on selling the deadwood, then seeing how things are financially before anything more. The financial situation's not bad at all. I don't know, but it's never going to happen. Harry Kane will stay at Tottenham. Maybe not. Most reliable Chelsea news site. There's a few. I'll probably say Fabrizio Romano, Ben Jacobs were two of the best. Yeah, we're going to get into that Datro Fofana stuff. What else is thoughts on JT coming back? Fantastic for the academy, really good. Is there any chance we could complete? Tchouaméni and Valverde aren't going anywhere. They are busy with Caicedo. They're behind closed doors, which is just tear up. Yeah, exactly. We got 10 days. If it's not done by pre-season, then we can start worrying and start saying that we're falling behind. What's the name of your personal channel, mate? Guys, I'll put my personal channel in the chat now. We might as well, at this point, do a little call to arms. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV as well. Link to my channel is in the chat right now, guys. So if you're not subscribed, give it a click and make sure you subscribe. I hope we get to 4,000 subscribers before the start of the season. There's 226 of you locked in over on Chelsea Fan TV. Get the likes up, people. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. Get the likes up on my channel as well, people. We're on 60 people locked in, only 30 likes. That's a 50% conversion rate. That's poor, guys. You tune in every night, you know, you interact in the chat. It's great to speak to you and stuff, but 30 likes of 60 tuned in on my channel. Guys, let's get this to at least 50 likes. Hover over that thumb button, give it a little click. It massively helps out. It helps to boost the stream in the algorithm and gets it to more people. And that's what we want at the end of the day. So run those likes up, guys. Let's get to at least 50 likes first, people. What else have we got going on here? Yeah, we've done that. Why is the Chelsea kit so expensive without no sponsors? Do you mean expensive? I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to be with no sponsors. I wonder if it will be cheaper with no sponsor. I don't really know. Yeah, I do think we will. I do. I don't think Cole wants to play for us. I don't get that feeling at all. Hard to tell where Chelsea will finish in the PL. Could be between 4th or 17th. Well, it will be somewhere between those positions. I don't see us finishing above 4th, if we're being honest. We need to turn to Jesus. Yeah, it may well come to that. Can't relax until I see quality incomings. We just need to. We just need to hold it down. Best way to watch the pre-season matches. They'll be on Sky Sports in the UK. Colwell's a young talent. He's phenomenal talent for sure. I hope we get some big news on Caicedo this week. I do as well. How do you rate Cherki? I think Cherki's a really, really talented boy. Needs to work on aspects of his game as you'd expect for a 19-year-old kid. But yeah, a bright future and loads of potential. As Philip was saying, guys, smash the likes and subscribe, people. You know what to do, guys. You know what to do, people. I don't think Cherki will be the perfect fit for the squad. Why not? At least we will beat Luton Town. Yeah, Luton Town Friday night. You know, that's going to be a big one. I just subscribed to your channel. Dippo, appreciate you, my guy. Big up. Appreciate you as well, Adrian. If you subscribe to the channel, big yourself up. Sub to your channel. Paminda, big up, my guy. Do you rate the new home kit? Yeah, I do, bro. I do. I really like it. But again, I want to see what it looks like in person, though, because the pictures can sometimes not do it full justice. Goo 2000, big yourself up for the subscription. Big up. Lavia is better than Caicedo. No, he absolutely isn't. Chelsea and Brighton will begin concrete. yeah, bro. In 2047, or that's how long Caicedo's contract's going to be until 2047. Bro, Philip, I like it. I really like it. I'm a big fan of kits. I think the throwback to the sort of the 98-99 kit with the white and gold on it, I think it's a nice touch. Is there hope for us selling Cucurella? Unlikely, I would say. Pre-season will also be on the CFC app and website. Yep. Deals, big up, my guy. Do you remember when we first signed Mudryk? Levi Cole was in the stands. He's been in talks for a new contract for ages, I think. Yeah, and also what people don't remember is, we've got plenty of time still as well. There's plenty of time. Colwell's got 2 years left on his contract, I think, with an option as well, potentially as well. So, there's no rush. Obviously, we want to get this done sooner rather than later, but there's no rush in terms of like he's on a free next summer or anything like that. Football Journal, I would love that to be the case. I would absolutely love that. Caicedo, what are we saying? Caicedo will take a long time, I think. Fair. I'm very glad we didn't decide to loan out Andre Santos. Well, we still might do. He's going to do the pre-season, then we're going to assess from there. Bro, I think that must just be your internet, because everything's fine for me. I don't think anyone else is reporting a lag. Why are we not swapping Lukaku for Martinez? Because football doesn't work like that. Dybala's release clause for clubs outside of Italy is 12 million euros. Max, big yourself up. What's your thoughts on Dybala's injury record? I mean, it's not ideal, but again, if he came to Chelsea, we wouldn't require him for every single game. We wouldn't require him for every game. That's kind of the reality of the situation. If Caicedo fails, we bring him in that. Yeah, of course, Roman guy. Big yourself up. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since you've been locked in, but yeah, appreciate you as always. Pez Lord, big up. Do you think fans are sleeping on Lewis Hall playing in left midfield? Potentially. Again, I was at Anfield last season when he did start in midfield, and he did get overrun, but that was only his first start in midfield for the club. I think there's obviously potential there for him, but again, I'm not sure. He's got talent, but I don't think he'd go straight in there. No. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0 in the first game. Take that. I'd take anything other than a loss. Big up, because it's not good enough anymore. That's simple as that. Preseason games are very important for the club's confidence. I agree on that. How many signings / who do you think we need to compete with City for the Premier League title? We need years to compete with City for the title, but again, we need multiple signings. What did Silva say about Dybala? Oh, we're going to get into this, guys. I'm going to get onto this one next. Rumours cooking around to Tottenham. I don't want him sold. No, I think there's a good player in there, and he definitely deserves another season. Juventus are interested. Lukaku does not want Juventus. That's been made abundantly clear. What else is going on here? Vlahovic, what do you think? Allegri, what else have we got going on? Dybala and Enzo be scary. Drop him off at what? Don't drink water. Yeah, it's good to see Thiago Silva is not among the bunch of players who left the club because with this players we have reasonably signed, needs and experience. Yeah, for sure. I say we stick to Jackson and Bray, and in January we can sign Tony. Yeah, that could be a possibility, but again, I don't see that as likely. What's your opinions on promoting JT? Well, it would be great, but he's doing his job in the academy, so Pochettino's got his own staff. No, I don't think he doesn't want guaranteed first team. I don't know what money he wants. Is the Osimhen deal chance? Yeah, I would say so. Way too expensive. Way too expensive. I think Jackson will be good. Do you think we need goal scorers? Yeah, you always need goals from midfield. You always need goals from midfield. I don't think we need years to compete with City for the title. We just need a good squad and a manager that's really competent. I still think it'll take a few years. Dybala in a rotational role wouldn't be ideal for his career, so I think Poch is a good, important use for him. Yeah, potentially. Imagine if we just got rid of Colwell and went all in for Vardy. But I mean, I didn't see any need to get rid of Levi Colwell. I think he's a top player. Loads of potential, so I would be keeping him. But yeah, guys, that's obviously the latest on Dusan Vlahovic, is that Chelsea have expressed an interest. Potentially 70 to 75 million euros could get the job done. And we're just going to have to sit tight, watch this space and see how this one develops. But let's get into quickly the David Datro Fofana news that has come in the last few minutes whilst we've been live, guys. Let's get into that. I think this is going to be a big one for him. This is going to be a really massive loan deal because if Datro Fofana come in from Molde from Norway last season. To be fair, in the few appearances that he made for the club, I actually thought he looked pretty lively. I thought he looked really good. Well, I say really good. I thought he looked decent. So yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? Look, Dachfana one step away from joining Union Berlin on loan, which is fantastic. Came fourth in the Bundesliga last season, Champions League football, so that's going to be another step up for him as well. Chelsea and Union are at the final stages of negotiations as called by Bill. Loan deal won't include any buy option clause. Final green light from the player is now expected soon. I think it's going to be a great move for him because obviously Dachfana coming from Norway where, no disrespect, the football is not the best in that league. Then he come to Chelsea and, he did reasonably well. I thought he did good in that second half when we got hammered by City in the Cup 4-0. I also think he did reasonably well when he started against Fulham. But again, he was dropped to the 21s because basically Lampard didn't think he was good enough. So that's why we didn't see him again in the first team. I think he was on the bench and he might have come on in one of the games. But yeah, I think it's going to be great for him. It's a great move for him. Bundesliga and Champions League football is going to be really good experience, and it should really help him improve as a player. So yeah, let's wait and see on that one. But yeah, I think it's a solid loan for him. Bundesliga is a decent league. I think it's going to be good. I really do think it's going to be good. For sure. I really think it's going to be decent, guys. No two ways about it on this one. I think it's going to be popping, this loan. I'd be really interested to see how he does. I mean, I don't think Chelsea would have sanctioned this loan unless they felt that Fofana was going to, actually get a decent chunk of minutes. So yeah, I think this is a good one. Solid loan for him. Yeah, agreed. Fofana needs a loan in a better league. Then we'll see how it develops. Yeah, Bundesliga is going to be good for him. Good loan for him. Hope it's not another Ampadu situation. Yeah, let's hope not. I think the club would have done their research on this one. That's my feeling behind it. Top positions we need. Yeah, agreed on that one, Chris. Colwell is way better than Vardiol. I don't know if he's way better than Vardiol, but, I'd rather... Excuse me, I'd rather keep Levi Colwell than go and spend 100 million euros on Vardiol, because we don't really need Vardiol, in my opinion. We're pretty stocked in defence. I think Dacia Fofana, the loan will help him a lot, absolutely. Liverpool see him as Liverpool can see him whatever they like. He's not going to be in a Liverpool shirt. Our striking options in the mud. Yeah, we need improvement there for sure. Good loan and get some experience in Europe, absolutely. Colwell will get game time. We'll get a chance in pre-season, so then the rest is up to him. We do need to sign a goalkeeper to replace Edouard Mendy for sure. Diego Moreira seems far. The scouting team must be working hard. Yeah, again, I don't know what his future's going to be like. I'd be surprised if he was involved with the first team, but do you know what? Never say never. A very good loan move for Fofana. Agreed. I think the higher ups want to sell Colwell. No, I disagree on that. Absolutely don't agree with that. The stance has always been the same, not for sale. So yeah, it makes sense because we was always going to get another striker. Fair. I reckon you're excited about Cherky too, and I am excited. Sell Cucurella and Sterling. That's not going to happen. Colwell has potential to explode, but no player should be guaranteed. No one's asking for guaranteed game time. Just asking, is he part of the plans? Is he going to get minutes? And then once he gets those minutes, it's up to him to prove that he deserves to stay in the team. What other teams will you be watching in pre-season? Probably not that many. I'm not that interested in pre-season for other teams. They're in the UCL, so good experience. Absolutely. What has Vardiol won? It's not about what he's won a few German Cups, I think. You feel Colwell would want to leave? No, I don't think so. Sterling will be better under Poch. I hope so. He can't be much worse than he was. Chalobah, is there a chance we sell him to Brighton? No, I don't think so. I don't know about this. If Martinez gets injured, who stays? Only Broja. Possibly Strasbourg's better. I wouldn't sell Cucurella, no. Francis, we all do. That's why we're all here, bro. He'll get a lot of minutes in Strasbourg. We're forgetting Madueke. Yeah, Madueke's a great talent. I'm looking forward to see how he does. I know board members did speak about Cucurella going, but I think I don't think Cucurella wants to stay at the club. So yeah, no reason for me to get rid of him. Definitely deserves another season for sure. We need a good signing. Well, yeah, we do. Reckon Sterling will come good this season. I hope so. But yeah, looks like Dacia Fofana's going out on loan to Union Berlin, which will be really good for his development, really good for his career. I just hope that he gets minutes and he gets played regularly. I hope, Chelsea have done their due diligence with this loan, and, Union Berlin are going to stick to their word, and they do actually want to use him and play him regularly. So I think this could be really good for him, and I'll be interested to see how he develops. But it looks like David Dacia Fofana is heading out on loan to Union Berlin in the Bundesliga for next season. Any news on Oba? No news on Aubameyang. He's got a couple of others from Saudi. There was some interest on the MLS as well. So let's wait and see what happens on that one. But yeah, no real news otherwise. I really like Colomboani as the age. Yeah, I like Colomboani as well. Hope Poch doesn't. No, that's not going to happen. You reckon Angelo Gabriel, the new Brazilian, will? No, I think he'll be in pre-season, but the plan is absolutely to loan him straight out to Strasbourg. Offer headless chicken Gallagher as part of the Caicedo deal. I don't think there's going to be any players. It will be straight money, this deal. Who else are we getting apart from Caicedo in midfield? That's the big question. Not too sure, to be honest. Maybe Lavia, maybe someone else. I don't know. Kind of sad out. Yeah, he's still only 22, so there's still plenty of potential there. There really is. So let's wait and see what this next move for Callum's going to be like. If it's a team like a Crystal Palace or something like that, I think he'll do really well. They're still only 22, so much more time for him to develop and still have a very good career. Yeah, I think he will. Deals for sure. Mbappe will go to Real Madrid. If Sterling doesn't come good, I would sell him. I would agree on that. Interested in no players have been sent to our sister club yet. No. These things take time. That will happen. Why does Gallagher get so much stick? I don't really know. He's not as bad as people make out. Still at Brighton, Mel McDonald. Still at Brighton. Silva and Badia Shield, Chelsea's two main defenders this season. Yeah, probably maybe with Fofana, Colwell in the mix as well. Poch said he'll work with Sterling, Enzo and Mudryk to improve them this season. Well, he's going to work to improve all the players. So they're all doing well, Mike. I hope you're well. Poch said recently, I hope they give me the tools to be successful. Yeah. Our new jersey is the same as the one we had. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. Lawrence Stewart works at Monaco. I'm sure if he heard Tchouameni was available, we would be in for him. Tchouameni's not available. No second keeper news. No big news on that one. Why are you calling for us to send players to a third-tier team? Strasbourg are in Liga, not a third-tier team. I don't want James to be injured this season. No one does. Hopefully, he can put his injury issues behind him. But yeah, that's kind of the latest on the centre forwards situation, people, is that obviously Dusan Vlahovic, there's interest from Chelsea there, could be 70 to 75 million euros. Let's wait and see. Yeah, Pulisic's done. Pulisic's done. Yeah, I've got one of those as well. It's hanging up in the back there, the Zola one. I haven't got a home one though. Yeah, Pulisic's in Milan's done. Max, appreciate you, my guy. What else have we got popping off then, people? So, yeah, that is obviously Harry Kane's going to go to Bayern Munich or will stay at Tottenham, in my opinion. I don't see any other clubs coming in for him. Strasbourg weren't relegated last season. They didn't. They finished 15th. They weren't relegated. Right, guys, keep running the likes up, people. What are we on likewise at the moment? 50 likes on my channel with 80 of you locked in. Guys, we can do better than that. Let's get this up to 70, 80 likes if we can. Don't be shy. You're smashing it in the chat at the moment. There's 81 of us locked in, 50 likes. Hover over that thumb button, give it a click. It really helps me out. So, yeah, click that like button, guys. Don't be shy. You're all top people that get involved in the chat every night, so I massively appreciate it. Let's run these likes up to 60, 70 likes, people. Let's keep it going. And the same over on Chelsea Fan TV as well. Over 200 of you locked in there also. So make sure you run those likes up, people. Get those likes up and subscribe to both channels if you haven't done so already, people. Link to Chelsea Fan TV is in the chat now. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. And the link to my channel is also going to be in the chat right now as well, people. So make sure you run the subs up, guys. You people are smashing it. You're doing really well, guys. So, yeah, if you could subscribe to both channels, subscribe to my channel. It's in the link now. So, sorry, it's in the description, in the chat now, people. Make sure you subscribe, guys. It's greatly appreciated by myself. So, yeah, people, let's get into this Dybala stuff then. Very briefly, Thiago Silva's been speaking, as I said earlier, at the British Grand Prix. And he said, when speaking to, I think, some sort of Brazilian TV, I saw Paulo Dybala here. They talk about him at Chelsea. I hope he arrives. Now, there's been a few different versions of this quote doing the rounds. Some saying that, you know, that he said he spoke to him and that, you know, he got his answer, but he can't say what his answer is. So some of it saying, I saw Paulo Dybala here. They talk about him at Chelsea. I hope he arrives. I've talked with him and asked him if he is coming. He answered me, but I can't say what he told me. Now, apparently that's not the real representation. So I'm not really sure what the exact quotes are, but I think we'll go with these as the exact quotes. And yeah, obviously, you know, Silva keen for Dybala to come. You know, he'd like him to come. Everyone knows that Paulo Dybala is a top player, 29 years of age. Can definitely do a job. Injury issues are, yes, a slight concern for sure. But again, I don't think he'd be we wouldn't be requiring him to play every week. But then Pochettino could be, you know, cooking something quite special. So for a decent plan for Dybala. So I'm really not sure. I don't think we got an answer from Dybala. Thiago Silva got an answer from Dybala. But, you know, look, again, let's wait and see how this one goes. Obviously, this interview is going to... Chelsea won't go... Paulo Dybala won't go to Chelsea as they're not interested in signing him. Interesting. I don't know. This is a double bluff. Yeah, that's certainly an interesting one. I wasn't expecting that. And I thought there was definitely interest from Chelsea in him, and he was on the list. So yeah, let's wait and see on that front. But apparently, Dybala not interested? Let's bring that up on the screen now, then, people. So again, it was reported that Dybala was on Chelsea's list, but now saying that Paulo Dybala, according to CL Merlot, Paulo Dybala won't go to Chelsea as they're not interested in signing him, which is kind of interesting because we've been told that he is on the list of signings. So he's on the list of potential number 10s that Chelsea could look at buying. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm not really sure why that would be the case. We'll have to wait and see for more information on this one, guys, for sure. Last season, Dybala couldn't play for 90 minutes. No, he didn't play an awful lot of 90s, did he? Chris Sterling must stay at Chelsea. He is the most experienced player and the only one who knows how to win trophies along with Silva. Sterling will stay. We're not going to sell him this summer because we won't get anyone to pay any decent money for him. We certainly won't get anyone to pay the wages that he's on either. I just wait for the here we go for Dybala from Fabrizio. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to be getting a here we go from Fabrizio. Don't care about Dybala. Fair. Good news, TBH. Focus on Caicedo and Cherky. No room for anyone. That's not true. Chelsea haven't got FFP issues. It's a new FFP year now. Who have been the hardest workers in the transfer window? Mount's PR team. Fair. Can't wait for Chelsea versus United. Money makes against the midfielder Caicedo and Enzo. Good luck. Yeah, it's certainly going to be a bit of needle in those games for sure. But he can't reveal everything. It's part of players' contracts these days. What else we got popping off here? Don't see the point in this. And Nkunku is coming as the 10. Signing more forwards may stop. No, it won't, because we still need another rotation option in the 10. Because if Nkunku gets injured, who's playing 10? There isn't really anyone. So we absolutely need someone else to play in the number 10 position. So we do need one more there. We don't need to replace Mount and Havertz, but we need one player to replace the two of them. That's for certain. Apparently, Silva said along the lines of the rumours he's linked to Chelsea, not that Chelsea are talking about him. Fair. If I'm Todd, I'm accepting anything over 20 for Lukaku. I agree. We're going to get into Lukaku again shortly. Goalkeeper situation has gone a bit quiet. What goalkeeper do you think we need? I mean, I would have loved Onana. I would have loved Manyan, but they're both not going to happen. So it leaves you in a tricky situation. I think the next best option would be someone like Mamadashvili. Any updates on Caicedo? Not necessarily. We will get into that. It is. Because it's a start of July. I've got a Chelsea top that was worn in the Chelsea versus Everton game. It's a Cause top, fully signed by the squad. Oh, decent. That's nice. You're going to sell it? Maybe eBay or something like that, I guess. Will we sign Caicedo? I hope so. I really hope we do sign Caicedo. That would be that's exactly what we need. So yeah, we have to hope that does happen. What else have we got going on, people in the chat? What are you saying? Don't think he'll come to Chelsea. Roma are praising him like crazy, so I don't think he'll leave after one season. No, I'm not convinced he will either. But again, if we went with concrete, if we went in with a bid and all that stuff and maybe tried to tempt him, who knows? But yeah, I do agree. It's not looking particularly likely. But is Shield injured at the moment, so that means Colwell defo being the starting lineup on Poch's plans. Potentially, yeah. We do have Gallagher. We do, but I wouldn't play him as a 10. Dybala with Nkunku would be astonishing to watch, absolutely. Most likely, yeah, quite possibly. Do you think De Gea is a good short-term option? No, I don't, unfortunately. Wish this FFP would be... We haven't got FFP issues at Chelsea. Everyone needs to calm down. There's no FFP issues at Chelsea. I don't think so. Yeah, it is from a 3-year period, but obviously each July is a new year as part of the 3 years, if that makes sense. No, I wouldn't like telling about. There's a reason we sold him, because we didn't deem him good enough. So, and he's not done any great shakes at Roma, so he's not suddenly good enough now, in my opinion. But yeah, the Dybala stuff's interesting. The Balogun link is nonsense. There's one source that is not very reliable at all. And there's been no evidence, no concrete reports from any reliable or respectable journalists in terms of Balogun to Chelsea. So yeah, that's just a no-go. Dybala won't go to Chelsea, so they're not interested in signing him. Fair. So it looks like maybe the Dybala situation is a bit clearer than we thought, according to CL Merlo, which I think is an Argentinian outlet. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it clearly looks like that maybe Chelsea aren't as interested in Dybala as we first felt there would be. So yeah, maybe that's slightly different then. Maybe that's not going to be happening. But yeah, let's wait and see what happens on that front. You know, De Gea on a free, Caicedo and Lavia, Dybala and Vlahovic. I mean, it would be amazing, but it's never happening. Balogun plays for Arsenal. He was on loan at Rennes last season, had a very good season. Or Reims even, should I say. Why don't Chelsea sign DePaul and Caicedo? DePaul's not going anywhere. Caicedo is going to happen. We have good players in midfield. We have good players on the wings. All we need is a poacher. Isn't Dybala? He's reasonably injury prone. I don't remember about Julian Laurent saying anything about that. If someone can find it, fair enough. I don't remember it. Became Chelsea member for the first time. Looking forward to watching my first Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge. I'm from Munich, Germany. Big up from Munich, Germany. Yeah, as I say, yeah. Hopefully you can get over and watch your first Chelsea game, which would be a great experience, I'm sure. It doesn't make full sense. We'd like to know the year periods, considering we've nearly spent 1 billion in the last 3 windows. Oh no, it's not an issue, because we haven't spent all that money in one go. That's what people aren't appreciating, you know. With, like, for example, Enzo Fernandez is being paid for over 8 years. Like, or 6 years or whatever it is, or 7 year, 8 year contract he signed. So that's being paid for over 8 years. So it's not 106 million on the books. It's 15 million or whatever it is each year on the books. When you reckon Mudryk and Enzo and Levi Colwill medal? I think before pre-season for sure. We already have enough injury-prone players. James in midfield this season? No, I don't think so. Never been to a Chelsea game either. May go in October half-term. Fair. Enzo Lefebvre's already gone and joined somewhere else. I think he's gone to Rennes. Enzo Lefebvre's already left somewhere else. Danos, big up to you. Chelsea should go for Madrid's Valverde. Not happening. He's not for sale. Chelsea away for Luton fans on a Friday night will be class. Yeah, it'd be great for them. Yeah, it would be great, but not happening. Yep, he's obviously going to be assessed in pre-season, and then a decision's going to be taken on what the best outcome will be for him. So yeah, he's got the pre-season. He'll get opportunities to prove himself, and then we just go from there and see what the plan is. Mudryk should be back tomorrow. I don't think he will be. He would have had a bit of time off after the 21s. Is there any way to get a Chelsea away ticket for the Spurs game? That's going to be very difficult. Whether Dybala comes or not, it's not a massive issue. No, I would agree. Is there West Stand Lower a good place to go watch a match? Going to my first, West Stand Lower is fine. That's pretty decent. Main thing is you're in the stadium. That's the most important thing. Chelsea fan from Helsinki, big yourself up. Lautaro Martinez, look, I like him as a player, but again, I think it's going to be difficult to do business with Inter. They're going to be putting our pants down for a load of money like they always do. So let's see what happens on that front if we actually go for him. Jackson is a class number 9, but I don't know if he would be a good poacher. So I think more depth in that position would be good. Yeah, I agree. We do, unfortunately, Tim. We're going to be entering at the second round instead of the third round like we normally would. What's your thoughts on Jackson? Yeah, look, I don't know an awful lot about him, but I think there's good potential there. Let's wait and see how that potential is fulfilled and developed under Maurizio Pochettino this season and in the coming seasons. But signing both. Yeah, hopefully we can get both. Real ain't selling no first-team players. No, they're not. That's a relief. Knew they were doing something with the long contracts, but didn't appreciate the installments for the transfer fee. Yeah. I want a attacking midfielder that can drop back and help the CDMs. Dybala won't do that. Any options? There's not an awful lot of options. Honestly, I would honestly take De Gea on a free as a number 2. But he's not going to come as a number 2. De Gea is still good enough to be a number 1. I don't know where, but he certainly is. What is Paul Winstanley doing? No, look, guys, we all need to calm down, we've got 10 days until we jet off a pre-season. If in 10 days' time we still haven't made any signings, then there's legitimate grounds to criticise and be critical, because at that point we will be falling behind. But until that point, we're on schedule. I think the window's been really good. Yes, you always want players in quicker and stuff, but it doesn't always work that way. So at this point in time, if in 10 days nothing else has happened, then so be it. Then we can start, getting concerned and thinking, well, what the fuck's going on here? But that right now, guys, there's no need for us to be worrying about anything. There really isn't. There's loads of stuff coming in. Could always include Lukaku as a player. Again, these things never happen. We have to get Caicedo this week. Yeah, no, I think we'll get Caicedo this week. That's the hope. What about bringing back Tammy? Not going to happen. He's done his ACL anyway, so that rules that one out. We need a defensive midfielder and attacking midfielder. Agreed. What time of pre-season match? I think they're around midnight, half past midnight, so not ideal. Lautaro plays better in a 2-striker partnership. That's my main concern about him. Yeah, look, he can play on his own, but again, it's not very common that he plays by himself. So we'll have to wait and see. Away at Luton, we'll have to walk through some mates' lounge. Yeah, mate. I'm hoping I can get to Luton away. That'll be amazing. We should go for Felix now. That ship sailed now. Dybala, let's wait and see. Martinez Lukaku swap, not going to happen. De Gea will go back to Spain, or we'll go to Saudi. Colin Moani, Frankfurt put the price tag down on him. I know his name on the shortlist personally. I think the one who will suit us from striker options is Vlahovic or Kane. I don't know, but Kane not going to happen. No, my personal choice would be Colin Moani, but again, I think it's more likely to be a Vlahovic as our choice. If Enzo gets injured, who replaces him? That's again a very good question. 200 million budget. Who are you signing to compete with City? Well, realistically, I sign Moises Caicedo. I'll probably sign a Dusan Vlahovic, and then maybe a Mamardashvili. Let's wait and see. Don't you think signing all these kids, Brighton and Man City, will treat us like kids? No, I don't think so. No. A whole week of the same waffle. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. You know, now that we're going to have a shirt to unveil these people with, hopefully it'll be better for us. That's the aim. If Kepa gets injured, who replaces him? Well, that's the point. We need to sign a new goalkeeper. Vega's not awful. He had a bad game in the final last night, but he's not awful. You know, we've got to stop judging players on one game. Paul and Lawrence doing an excellent job so far. I agree. Credit where credit's due for sure. De Gea will head to Saudi. Yeah, I think he probably will. I think we should go for a Premier League proven striker. Well, Ivan Toney would have been it, but unfortunately he's banned. So what do you want to see happen in the pre-season from Poch and the team? I want to see us get some good results. I also want to see us, you know, players getting an opportunity, trying different tactical things and stuff like that, and just getting a solid foundation to build on and take into the new season. So that's going to be the main thing. Let's wait and see. We do need to sort this midfield out sooner rather than later, and we need a few experienced signings to come into the squad. If Caicedo gets injured, what happens? Yeah, look, there's gonna need to be options in case players get injured for sure. There will be options though in terms of the likes of Conor Gallagher stays. That could be a potential option. Obviously, Chukwuemeka, Caicedo, Andre Santos, depending on how many of these guys stay. No, I don't think it is, bro. I really don't think it is. I think people are just getting just microanalyzing this Colwell stuff so much and kind of need to just relax on it a little bit. If Caicedo does not come, can't Nkunku cover the attacking mid? Yeah, but Caicedo's not an attacking midfielder. We have Andre Santos. Yeah, we do. I think Santos could absolutely be used to back up Caicedo. Can we watch the preseason games on the fifth stand app? Yeah, I think I believe so. We should get better than Vlahovic, and we should get the Leon next Hazard, Cherky, or what his name instead of Dybala. There's not much better than Vlahovic out there in the market. That's the problem. We can play a three-way mid with Caicedo, Enzo, Caicedo, and Enzo and Caicedo can rotate as cams. Gallagher can play in Caicedo's role too, like with Palace. Yeah, maybe. A relegation battle this season? No, of course it's not going to be a relegation battle this season. No, Mamardashvili is a Georgian goalkeeper at Valencia. Again, I've heard of him, but I haven't watched an awful lot of him. I saw that video of Colwell with Noni. He didn't seem happy with what Noni said. If he doesn't want to be... Look, the video thing, people are just getting way too overreactive. You know, it's no big deal. He'll be coming back to Chelsea. He's contracted. He's still got 2 years left on the contract. So, you know, he's coming back, people. Vlahovic is too similar to Lukaku. No, I don't think he is. We can't judge players on one match. No, we can't. We should wait for Toney in January. I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but again, that's a big gamble. Kolo Muani is not of Chelsea class. Should induct more. We should get Toney and stick with Broja/Jackson until he's back. Santos or Caicedo can fill in for Enzo. I've attached what email address is that? I don't think my email address is anywhere, is it? Blues Empire. What email have you sent that to? The plain and simple look of the kit sort of sets the tone of the rebuild at the club. I don't know. There is no market for decent strikers. That's the problem. I'd take Kolo Muani. I'd love us to go back in for Tchouameni. Not going to happen. Yeah, again, decent players are going to cost money. That's the problem. No, I don't think so personally. But again, I could be wrong. Cola's giving the fan Mount vibes. No, he's not. He's not. I think people are just getting way too carried away. Kolo Muani was great for France at the World Cup, bringing him to Chelsea. I'd be happy for Kolo Muani to come. We really don't want to be making major signings into pre-season. No. We should have most of them done by pre-season. As long as the Caicedo one's done, that's the most important thing. I know who Harvey Vale is. I don't know him personally, no. As a Chelsea fan, I don't know about this upcoming season, but I hope these players do well for next season. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, you know. I think we will do well next season. I don't think we'll do as badly as last season. It'll be pretty tough to be as bad as last season, but I certainly think there's improvements to be made, and I fully believe that we can. Colo has every right to want to share what he has in mind, and Poch will definitely get him on board with his plans. Absolutely, Shaq, absolutely. Cole doesn't like Chelsea because we signed two. No, I don't think that's true at all. Doesn't like how we treated him. We haven't treated him badly at all. Todd has money, don't worry. Who do you think will play the Ericsson role for Poch? I think it'll be probably maybe Enzo Fernandez, maybe Nkunku. I don't know. I think we'll go 4-2-3-1. Nkunku will play that 10, and then hopefully it'll be Caicedo and Enzo in that pivot with Mudryk and Madueke either side, and maybe Jackson or Broja up top. We should be looking at signing Toney now. No, his value won't skyrocket in January because he's not played any football. So, of course, it's not going to skyrocket. Sell Sarr and Ampadu. Ampadu and Sarr probably on their way out. João Cancelo's on the market. Why aren't we going for him? Because we've already got 2 right-backs in Reece James and Malagusta, so we don't need him. Harvey Vale must be promoted. No, Vale, unfortunately, Vale just isn't good enough. That's the harsh reality of the situation, is that Vale is not good enough. But yeah, guys, we are going to get rid of this Paulo Dybala stuff, and we're going to move very quickly onto some Romelu Lukaku news. Briefly, just going to quickly get into that and a touch on Matheus Franca, and then we'll look to round it out. What is that Lukaku news? This is it here. So, Inter Milan are structuring a bid that will be worth about £35 million for Romelu Lukaku, inclusive of bonuses, and hope that will be enough to convince Chelsea. Lukaku has reassured Inter that he has no intention of moving to Juventus, however, and has not accepted an offer from Al Hilal as he focuses on returning to Inter. So, yeah, it looks like about £35 million. I'll be honest, just take this. We just need this situation dealt with. You know, if Inter are going to offer 35 million, there's no point trying to haggle them for an extra 4 million, for an extra £5 million to take it up to 40. Let's just take the 35, move on from the situation, get his wages off the books, and forget about it. You know, yes, of course, we're taking a huge loss on him, but more importantly than the transfer fee we're going to get is it's going to be the wages off the books. Well over 300k a week off the books. Still 3 years to run on that contract. So yeah, that's a massive result. That we've got, that you know, I can't remember what I was saying now. Yeah, there's no, yeah, for a player that we've got, obviously, let's get his wages off the books, and yeah, simple as that. The quicker this is done, the better it's going to be. Take the 35 million and run, as Nathan said. You know, let's just get this deal done. Let's just get it wrapped up. Let's move on. Simple as that, people. Simple as that. Take the 35 million. But that's the latest on Lukaku, and I fully expect this to be wrapped up before we set off to the States in 8 days time. Yeah, that's when it's going to be. We're jetting off to the States in 8 days time, so this deal needs to be resolved in 8 days time. Problem is though, Lukaku's due back in pre-season on the 12th, so I wonder if that deal is going to be done before the 12th. Let's wait and see on that. Just want to see big cry over Lukaku out the door so quickly. And let the door hit on the backside. If he comes back, it's going to affect the new players. I hope we get League Cup and FA Cup next season. That would be great. Lukaku, not even worth 50k a week. No, Weghorst is awful. Lukaku should get it in his 6th goal. It is 3 years left of Inter to make him. No, well, look, it's not in Chelsea's best interest to be keeping Lukaku around the place when he doesn't want to be here. But yeah, look, this deal will get done. As long as it's done in the next 10 days before we jet off for pre-season. That's the most important thing. And I fully believe that it will be done. Damn, what a loss. Thanks, Roman, for writing off our debt. Yeah. If Lukaku doesn't want to stay, then why are we still talking about him? Because the deal with Inter Milan has not been agreed yet. And Chelsea are holding firm, you know, saying they don't want a loan deal and they want around 35 to 40 million pounds, which is exactly within our rights to do so. Definitely don't believe that. Fair. I think it will be done before we go to pre-season. It needs to be done. The 9 jersey should retire from Chelsea completely, and don't know about the number 11. Just look at Timo in the last 2 seasons. He failed. Well, let's wait and see. Lukaku cost us 3 to 4 player transfer fees and wages. Just get us some, yeah. So look, Inter Milan getting closer to a deal with Chelsea. I think around 35 million pounds should definitely get the job done, and then we can just close the book on this Lukaku saga, which has been an absolute disaster for the club. The worst signing in Chelsea's history, I think it's fair to say, in terms of cost and just a complete mess that it's been. So yeah, Romelu Lukaku looks like it's getting closer to around the 35 million pound move to Inter Milan. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing that we seem to be edging closer to an agreement with Inter on the deal for Lukaku. Let's quickly move on to Matheus Franca, and then we'll round out with a brief bit of news on Moises Caicedo. So it looks like, according to Fabrizio Romano, on Matheus Franca, the Fluminense player, Matheus Franca is really appreciated. He is a player that they have been following for a long time. I can mention that the player will be really excited about the possibility of joining Chelsea. Now, he's reportedly going to cost between 20 to 25 million euros. I think he's 18 or 19 years of age. The club obviously like him. There were talks that he could potentially go straight into the first team and be that rotation option for Nkunku. I think that would be, I think that would actually be cheaper than we were expecting. Look, I think it'd be a decent signing. Again, could go straight into the first team. I think he'll go if he comes. He'll go on the preseason tour, and then I think we'll assess what to do with him. Again, potentially could well be a loan deal, but I'm not sure. I'm not too sure on this one. Let's kind of wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. But I think it's going to cost around, as I said, 20 to 25 million euros. Straight into into the first team squad. Chelsea clearly think he could potentially be good enough, but yeah, let's see on Franca. Again, I don't know an awful lot about him. It'll be another one of those young Brazilians that Chelsea have been extensively scouting for a while now. So I don't know. Look, I'm not in a position to really give a good opinion on this because I've never watched the guy play. But if the scouting's been done for a long time, and the data comes back positive, and they like the look of the player and think he can do a decent job for the club, then absolutely, let's go and buy him for 20-25 million euros and see how we can develop him, see if he can become a decent player for the Chelsea first team, or we can sell him on for a profit. But yeah, let's see. There's definite interest from Chelsea in Matheus Franca. Let's see how that materializes with a bid, and let's see if he becomes the next signing at Stamford Bridge. But yeah, that's kind of just a very brief thing on Matheus Franca, guys. Let's wait and see what happens with him. Caicedo, as expensive he is, we need more Brazilians in our beloved football club. Brazilians love scoring goals. Bring back Diego Costa. If Fabrizio said, here we go, then Yeah, well, this is it. We'll know at that point. If Fabrizio gives us the here we go, then we'll absolutely know on that front. Guys, still only 66 likes on my channel with 90 of you locked in. Let's ramp these likes up, people. Let's at least try and get to the 80 likes mark. That's 14 more likes. 90 of you locked in. Hover over that thumb button, guys. Give it a little click. It massively helps me out, helps spread us far and wide in the algorithm, gets more people tuning in, people. So just hover over that thumb button, guys. You've been smashing it, getting involved in the chat. It's been great interacting with you as always. Make sure, people, you just hover over that thumb button, give it a little click, and do exactly the same over on Chelsea Fan TV as well. Let's run these likes up, 70, 80 likes, people. Let's go. Only seen him on YouTube, but he looks a player. But the fact that we want him to go straight into first team is interesting. I think first team squad is what we mean. Chelsea and Brazil combination the best. Favourite all-time Brazilian at Chelsea? Yeah, Willian Ramirez. Thiago Silva, I think, really. Of course I remember Ramirez, of course. This Caicedo deal is going to run until the start of the season. No, I don't think so. I think it'll be done next week, sorry. Yeah, guys, keep running those likes up, people. 69 likes on my channel. Let's get this to 80 likes if we can, guys. What about Savic? Do you mean Stefan Savic, the Atletico Madrid centre-back? We need 262 likes. Let's get those likes, people, on Chelsea Fan TV. David Luiz was your favourite. Just sell Lukaku right now. Anything is profit on him as Roman written off our debt. Agreed on that. Savic. Keep that open the reserves if we can afford it. Let's screw him. No, yeah, we can't really afford to do that. We're going to sell him. Hopefully, get our 35 million or whatever it's going to be roughly. Sell him, move on, forget the situation ever happened, and start to build towards the future. But yeah, Matheus Franca is a signing that could potentially happen. So let's wait and see on that front. Again, don't know an awful lot about the player, but it could be another exciting signing for the future. So let's have a look at that one. Yeah, got to be Silva getting his shirt tomorrow. Yeah, I would love to get... Sergej Milinkovic, fair. Yeah, I think this could be Thiago Silva's last season at Chelsea. I absolutely love to get a shirt with number 6, Thiago Silva, on the back for sure. But yeah, again, looking good on that front. His agent offered him to Chelsea. Again, I don't think that's true. There's been no reliable reports of that one whatsoever, people. But yeah, let's have a look what else is going on, guys. Let's get rid of this Matheus Franca stuff. And a very brief update on the Moises Caicedo situation to kind of begin to round this stream out, guys. Moises Caicedo, this is Ben Jacobs in a space which I think could still be running potentially or is not anymore. Might still be running. The Moises Caicedo deal is not about the final number, but more about payment structure. Insiders say Chelsea are still pushing for around the £80 million mark, but if the deal ends up near 100 million, then Chelsea will have a better payment structure. Fair. So, yeah, basically, as I think a lot of us potentially suspected, it's not about the final fee. It's more about the structure of the payment, how much that money is going to be paid up front, and then how many installments and how big are the installments going to be is going to be more of a pressing matter. But again, much of the same news on this Caicedo stuff, very much kind of the same sort of news just being recycled, which is not ideal. But let's hope for a bigger week, guys, on this Caicedo stuff. And I've been saying it for ages. I've been hoping for a bigger week, and like every week we say this, and it still hasn't happened. So hopefully, eventually this will be the week. If we keep saying it, guys, then we will get to the week. Let's hope so. Anyway, that's the plan, guys. That is the plan, people. What else we got? Mitrovic is local. I'm confident Chelsea will do better. Will do far better this season. I hope so as well. Seems no new news. No, Brighton squeezing every last penny. Looks like it. For me, it would be Thiago Silva or Reece James on the new Chelsea kit. Fair. Guys, promote Harvey Vale. No, absolutely not. 8 years contract for Caicedo with 8 installments. No, because you can only amortize the cost of a transfer over 5 years now. They changed the rules to stop us doing that. But you can still offer long-term you can still offer as long a contract as you want, but you can only amortize it over 5 years. Do you think Levi will stay? Yeah, I think he will stay. And I think he'll get a lot more minutes than people maybe think. I hope we get a mount replacement. Yeah, we will do. If we pay large fee up front, 80 mil. If we pay long-term payments, as 100 mil to yeah, I think that looks like it could be the case on that front, guys. That's certainly what it appears like. Please hurry up, Chelsea, and get the Caicedo deal done. We are going nowhere with the lunatics owning the club. No, absolutely disagree with that. If we get Caicedo and Dybala and go get a striker, it's a great window. Dybala potentially looking a bit more unlikely now. It's so hard to tell. So hard to tell. Love the content, bro. Appreciate you. No cap. Big up. I just saw the Vlahovic highlight. I don't have a good feeling with him. He looks rusty. No, I don't think so. It's all about patience is key. Yeah, exactly. This is it, people. We've got 10 more, as I've been saying, we've still got 10 days, guys. So if in 10 days this Caicedo deal's not done and we've gone off to the States, absolutely, we've got grounds to be annoyed and we can start asking serious questions. Do you think any clubs could come in with an offer for Caicedo? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm also worried about Chelsea losing so many experienced players and not bringing any in. Again, look, I think the experience thing is massively overplayed. We had plenty of experience in the side last season and we were dog shit. So why not try something different? I think you've got experience in Kepa, despite what people think of him. There's experience in Thiago Silva. Ben Chilwell at 26 now. Raheem Sterling experience. There is experience there. Forget Caicedo gets Savic. No, not going to happen. What is it with footballers and interviews on the F1 grid? Footballers love the F1. They do. Who is your ideal replacement, Dybala or anyone else? I would like Dybala, but again, Gabri Veiga or Rayan Cherki would be good. Only one game, but Gabri Veiga didn't. No, he didn't look that good yesterday, but it's one game. Bro, this is one season. We need to calm down. Why do you think Vlahovic is good for us? I just think his profile, his hold-up play, his physicality. I think he's a good finisher as well. He's a skillful player. So yeah, that would be why. We have a better coach, football people with making footballing decisions. Next season will be much better than last. I agree on that. Yeah, I agree. Vlahovic is a no for me too. Too rough. Chelsea is not Brighton. No, it's not Brighton. No, definitely don't want De Gea at Chelsea either. Let's be honest, we need a solution at left back. We've got Ben Chilwell and Mark Cucurella. We don't need a solution at left back. Plus, we've also got Lewis Hall, who could be decent as well. But guys, if you've got any last minute questions in the chat, get them in, people. Oh, and to round this one out, guys, I'm going to show you a little bit more of a clip of the Chelsea home shirt. I really like it. Only problem is that the badge and the tick do look a little bit tacky. But I'm going to bring it up now, guys, and you can have a more detailed look at it. So this is a little video of the kit. So let's give that a play. This is it here. Nice white detailings there on just the tick and the badge. Look, is that tacky, shiny stuff. Well, that is the shirt. Some nice patterns on there as well. But yeah, guys, that's the kit, people. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? If Badiashiel's still injured at the beginning of the season, then Cole will start. Yeah, he will. I know this is very off topic, but I watched a recent Kendry Pies on the 20 game. It's absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, he looks very, very good. I'm supposed City aren't in for Caicedo after letting Gundo leave. No, I don't think they are. What do you think of Mitrovic to Chelsea? It's a no from me, but a lot of people are saying yes. Can't wait to see the back of the Belgian Shrek and getting a proper striker. Agreed. My favourite person on Chelsea Fan TV channel, always with perfect response. No, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it. Dybala is 29 now. The best players left the club because no one else wants the rest. No, I don't think that's the case either. Every player that has left Brighton has done nothing. Chelsea could be making a mistake. No, I don't think so. Martin, I think he'll be sold. About to be 30. Where can I watch the Chelsea preseason games? Fifth Stand Up or Sky Sports? I would get that for my birthday. Fair. It looks decent, doesn't it? It looks very good. Let's see what happens tomorrow on Transfer News. Agreed. Not a fan of the collar. Fair. I like it. Cherky versus Dybala Vega. I'd take Vega and I'd take Dybala and Cherky. Surprised I haven't got Red Bull on it. 98 vibes yet. I think it's one of our best home shirts in years. It looks great in the clip. It absolutely does. I like it, but not the badge. The badge looks tacky. It's really hopefully like in person it'll look a bit better. But that shiny tacky badge looks shit. It's based on a 98.99 shirt. No news on the sponsorship yet, guys. Still waiting to hear on that. I think the kit is really nice. I wonder what colour the shorts will be. Probably blue. Or maybe, yeah, I'd imagine blue. Let's get Kane. That'll be nice. Badge and tick is, yeah, it looks shit, the badge and tick. Dybala is 29 bit, but for 10 million, he's worth a punt for sure. I don't know what the stream is. I'll be here every day. I don't know an exact time, so it depends on a few things, but I'll be here every day. Still don't trust Bowley. Fair. Is the fifth hand stat free to watch? Yeah, it's free. Not have the ones left. Didn't do anything either. Not bothered about sponsors. There isn't a full kit. I don't think the shirt is shit. Dybala is a top player, and I've always liked him. Fair. How old is De Gea? I think he's in his 30s. I don't think the badge is that bad. Maybe it looks better with a logo in the middle. Yeah, but again, the badge looks tacky. But I think in person, it looks a little bit better. Let's wait and see. That's what it's based on. What about Cherky? Interested in joining his teammate? Possibly. Let's wait and see. Look like gold on the kit. Yeah. Big up, Charlie. Wondering if I can watch preseason games. Yeah, on the fifth stand app, you can. Seems we're going to sell 17 players. How many will replace them? Probably not that many. Update on the Caicedo deal, please. No news. Do you think the shorts will have white sides like the shirt? Maybe. How can I send the thumbnails? Bro, just DM them. If you have Twitter, just DM them to me send them to me on Instagram. If you've got Instagram, my @ is on the screen. Instagram now. Let me just get rid of this. If you send me a message on Instagram, which is, not that. 2 seconds. Let me just get rid of that comment. Yeah, if you send me a message on Instagram, bro, that's my Instagram. Just send me a message on there. Badge is shit. Yep. Anything on second? No, nothing on those yet. Looks like a Rangers kit. De Gea better than Kepa. I don't think there's much in it at this stage. Kit's okay, but we should really look at getting a retro sponsor or going down a charity sponsor route. Yeah, potentially. But yeah, guys, I'm going to look to round this one out now. I'll be back again tomorrow. New kit launch tomorrow, people. I might head down to the shop and have a look if it's there, see what it's like. But yeah, people, new kit launch tomorrow. Hopefully some more news on incomings as well. It's going to be a big week for the club. Hopefully some more news on the Caicedo stuff. But guys, as always, big up yourself for tuning in, people. It's massively, massively appreciated. Make sure you subscribe to both channels on the way out, people. Please do subscribe to my channel. I'm on my way to 4,000 subscribers before the season starts. The link to my channel is in the chat now, so please subscribe on your way out, guys. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you also subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV as well, people. Yeah, if I go down, guys, I'll do a little video of the kit if it's in the shop. I will do that, people. But yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. And guys, one last thing on your way out, run the likes up, people. 74 likes. Get my channel to 80 likes, guys. At least 80, 90 likes if possible on the way out. Subscribe to both channels. Big up yourselves, as always, in the chat, people. Another great stream, another great evening. Thank you so much for all tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good day tomorrow, people. I'll be back again with another daily transfer update. But until then, guys, take care. up the Chelsea, and peace out, people.